Do you hate dirty windshields? Yeah, us too. We've got a new product that you may not have seen. This is called Windshield WOW, and it's for actually cleaning your windshield, but doing it in a different manner, cleaning the inside and the outside at the same time. Yeah, you've probably guessed it by now. Using high-powered magnets to do it. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at this, and then we'll actually use it, and then come back and tell you what we think of it and about pricing. Let's take a look to see what we get in the Windshield WOW Pro Set box. Now, I do want to mention this is a USA-owned company, veteran-owned company as well, and everything is either made in the USA or assembled with some international parts as well. But I believe most of the stuff is sourced right here in the US. This is kind of the main component of it, which strong magnets here with some foam separating them. We'll take that apart here in a moment. We get, with the Pro Set, we get this extension handle, or the big handle with the thumb screw there as well. Some sprayway glass cleaner. I think that's probably the best glass cleaner that's out there. Cool thing here, it looks like a little silicone cup to sit on the bottom of the glass cleaner. I'm assuming that is both so it doesn't like slide off the hood when you set it down, as well as not scratch any paint to set it on as well. I like that. Bunch of microfiber towels, and then even some buffing cloths, and we'll get into that here in a moment. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and then a spray bottle. The pump spray bottle is just in case you want to put together some of your own solution to spray, or if you want to use any type of glass cleaner, if you don't want to use the sprayway glass cleaner. Again, you can really use about any glass cleaner, and then that pump bottle is just for addition to whatever you want to use it for. This is the magnet system that makes this such an awesome solution. And let's just, oops, I guess that's just so pull that magnet out, pull the foam pads out, and then I think you can kind of figure out what happens here. Yeah, be careful, it'll get your finger. Very strong rare earth magnets that are pulling together. Now the idea here is, number one, there's some hook and loop right there, or actually the hook side, and this is your loop side, just your microfiber towel. I like the fact that we've basically got microfibers just a little bit larger than the actual system here. So you can lay that on there and it's not going to fall off. Do the same one to this. Again, it's not going to fall off. And then you put these together on the inside and outside of the windshield, and now it's cleaning both sides at once. Now there's a good process on how to actually do this correctly. You can mess up cleaning with this just as you can mess up cleaning with just towels, paper towels, and glass cleaner. So we're going to walk you through the process of getting a both clean and streak-free windshield. Now this right here can be used as a handle, where that would be on the outside. Also, if you take this little cup off right here, that's where our handle, which by the way, you've got a little dowel right there, and so you can position it in different spots. Put your thumb screw in, clamp it down, put your extension on, and now you've got that handle to work that cleaning. So if you can reach the middle of your windshield, you probably don't even need the handle, or you can use the handle just for ease of use. Otherwise, if you've got a large vehicle and can't reach over there, well, this is going to help you in doing so. Now, don't cheap out and just use 2 of these microfibers to clean your windshield. You're probably going to use at least 4 of these, if not maybe even 8. And again, we're about to show you there. And then on your last process, and again, to do this right, you're going to do a couple of different procedures, and then this will be your final step where you don't have to do like a damp cloth. You can actually use this as a buffing towel that again is going to clamp on there, but they provided these as well. So it looks like we get 4 of those. So let's walk through and actually clean a windshield. So we've got a pretty dirty windshield here on this full-size SUV, and these things are a pain. You know, I'm 6'3" and can barely reach to the middle of the windshield, stretched out all the way over. So either I have to stand in the door seal, or I'm having to stand on a small ladder, a box, something like that, to actually reach up to the top center of this windshield. Anybody that's a little less vertically challenged or a little more vertically challenged, and you're definitely not reaching anywhere near the center. So just reaching from the outside is one hassle, but really the inside of the glass is what's always a hassle. If you're ever riding in any car, typically the inside of the glass is the one that's got the smudges on it. Somebody's probably smeared around with a towel and just never got it clean. So that's always the pain, reaching down here in the crevices right here at the dash. Especially the longer these dashes get, the further they put you away from the windshield, the tougher that is to reach. Now the cool thing about this setup is that it's going to reach both from the outside and the inside and do it at the same time. So we'll go ahead and put our microfiber towels here. And you see they hook very nicely. I'm going to take our glass cleaner and foam it up really good. That's one thing I really like about the Sprayway, is it foams very well. And then I'm going to go ahead, spray the outside, and spray the inside. Now, this is not a single step procedure. So think of this as like you're washing your car. When you're washing your car and you get done with the wash process, you don't expect it to be dry and streak free when you get through washing it. You have to go through and dry it, correct? You're either using a chamois or a microfiber towel or a blower, or some of both of those things, or several of those things, to finish the process. Think of the same thing with your windshield. Sometimes we think that we're just going to wipe it one time, everything dries, and everything should be streak-free and clean, but that's just not the case. It typically doesn't work that way. So think of this as at least a two-step procedure, because we're going to clean up all the soiled areas first, and then we're going to come back and make it streak-free. So I'll take my inside one, put it there, and now wherever this goes, that goes. You can see I can get right down there to the pinch weld. I call that the pinch weld, or the kind of the where the black band is on that windshield, or at least close to it. Try not to jam it in there too much, and like that, where I pulled it, you see where I pulled it too close to that pinch weld? Then I'm going to actually separate it, and I might even lodge that in between the trim. So you really don't want to do that, but you can see here, oh, I did the same thing. I hit the mirror and knocked it off. So you want to be careful when you're doing this of what's on the inside and what's on the outside. And then, of course, you can take the inside off and then get the rest of the outside of the windshield. And as filthy as this is, I'm probably going to make this a three-step procedure here. So you can see how filthy my windshield was. I'm going to go ahead and put another one on. Another one on the inside as well. And I'm going to treat this just like as a first pass, again, because it was so filthy. So now we've used 4 of our microfibers to kind of get it unsoiled, if you will. And so now we need to buff it out. We've got some streaks on there, and we've got to buff those streaks out so that we don't see those anymore. Most of the soiled areas should be off, but again, we just got those streaks that need to be taken care of. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. If you don't get the Pro Kit, I don't believe that you get the buffing towels, which are these right here. But what you can do is take your regular microfibers and you can leave them dry and just kind of buff them off. I'm going to just spritz a little bit on there. Not a lot. And then you'll just be able to feel that you're no longer really removing a lot of dirt. You're just kind of polishing what's there. Or, as I mentioned, you can use the buffing cloths here. Now the streak should be gone. And come in, just kind of box this out. And now you should have a clean, streak-free windshield. Well, you caught us actually using it for the very first time. We had not touched it until you saw the footage of cleaning that windshield. Now, since then, we've cleaned a few others and we got a lot better at it. So just understand that, you know, we were kind of feeling things out as we got started, and as we did the second, third, and fourth windshields, it became a lot easier and a lot more fluid on how to do things. So if it's your own windshield, you're going to want to know kind of where your mirror is, where your pillar posts are, and what things may be in the way on the inside of that windshield as you're cleaning or as you're guiding the things on the outside. Other great uses for this is like on a sunroof, especially on tall vehicles where you may not be able to get to the outside, or maybe you can reach the outside of the outside but not in the center, and then you can clean everything from the inside and the magnet is actually doing all the cleaning on the outside. Where we also see uses for this is like fleets, maybe school buses, city buses, things like that, where somebody is going along and having to clean those windows. Could be side windows on buses. You name it, anytime you're having to clean the inside and outside, this could definitely make things more efficient for you. Now, pricing on this for the regular kit's going to run you about $90. And then for the Pro Kit, it's going to run, I believe, somewhere around $130 or $140. Now, that's a lot of money just to clean a windshield. We get it. You know, a bottle of glass cleaner may be $3 to $5. So stepping up and spending $90 to $150, then that's a big step. But again, it depends on how many windshields, how many pieces of glass are you cleaning, and how big of a pain is it for you, and how bad does it bother you? Bothers me a lot. I grew up in a glass shop and a trim shop, and a dirty windshield just kind of bugs me, even though I let mine get out of hand quite often. But when I do clean it, I want it cleaned right, and this is a great tool for doing it. Check it out for yourself. We like the fact that it comes with the microfiber towels, and even the polishing cloth actually worked very well. There were still some streaks there even after we did kind of the second run of cleaning, and the polishing cloth did a great job of just buffing those out. Or I guess that's a buffing cloth, polishing cloth, whatever you want to call that. It did a very good job of it. We highly recommend the Sprayway glass cleaner as well. We think that's a great solution. The foaming action does very well, especially on heavily soiled windshields. Also recommend on the outside of your windshield, do something like a Rain-X or some sort of rain repellent. That helps a ton too of shedding that water when it does start raining. So check it out for yourself, Windshield WOW. We'll have a link in the description. Also keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our windshield video, well, give us a thumbs down, but would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day. Keep smiling.